Alright guys, I decided to come over here to the dock and see if I couldn't get the smallmouth buffalo over here. Now back in the day, when I used to fish for these guys all the time, I would catch them from here and toss it right out here in the deep point. I used float rods at that time, but I have a bottom rod here. The only problem is I cannot set the bottom rod up right here because the rod holder does not work for this location. You have to be able to set it in dirt, apparently. So we may have to improvise. The location, if I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me do a real quick test here. I'm just going to toss this out. Yeah, it was around 90 to 80 something. Between 90 and 80 feet. Now, if I could somehow get a marker out there, it'd be nice. I'm not sure I have any markers left, though. Let me see here. No, I do not. Of course I don't. Shoot. Alright. Well, I am going to buy one, because it will make my life a little bit easier. Alright, let's see here. We have got a marker here, and here. I think it's about right about here. That looks about right. We're going to have to do it from over here on the shore. Can't do it off the dock. Now, if we can ever get one of those other rod holders, we can make use of that. But for now, it's going to have to work like this. Okay, that may be a little far out, but we'll give it a try. Alright. Now, we want semolina bowls. We want a little bit bigger hook than that. Probably a 1/0. Number 1 or 1/0. Yeah, I'm going to put it just in front of it. Right about here. And before I leave, I'll pick that marker up. Because that's just a place marker. That's all it is. It's not obviously for a specific fish species or anything like that. Now, I wanted to try this night spoon. This is a night casting spoon. See if I can get anything's attention with that. Right past these lilies. Now here is a good spot for red ear. If we decide to use a float rod eventually. Unfortunately, I can only carry 2 rods with me. If I ever get to the point where I can carry 3, there we go. That was instant latch on. Probably a spotted bass, but Yep, nice one. Another 129 cash. We are getting the cash here. We are slowly moving up the scale here. It's cost 2,000 to travel, 600 for the license at Rocky Lake. And if we have to, looking at the missions, we're going to probably end up having to come back to the main map because I can't carry more than 2 rods with me. And I'm going to need a float rod for the second mission. Well, come on. He was going for it. There's another one. Look at him taking that out. That's a big one. 1.812. That's 210 cash. That's really nice. Yeah, nothing is biting off that though. Nothing at all. Yeah, I think they've nerfed it down, honestly. I bet if I had peas though I could get him. They did make some changes to the smallmouth buffalo since the last time I had fished here a lot. Apparently, they do go for other baits. Apparently, they prefer bloodworms now over semolina balls and peas. So, I might go and get my float rod and get rid of this bottom rod. And come back and see if we can't get him float fishing instead. And I'm going to still try that other spot because I still have faith in that. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Alright, now I got that back. Let's see. What did I do? Oh, I didn't mark anything. Let me just go ahead and lift that one too. Okay, that was a green sunfish spot, and that was a grass pickerel spot. Alright. They can stay for now. Well, let's get out of here for a second. Alright guys, we are back, and I did get bloodworms. And I'm going to go back to this spot here and try it like I did 9 years ago. If you go back and check an episode, I had fished right off of here. Only difference is I caught them with, I believe it was dough balls. And it was between 90 and 70 feet. That's right. And it was 80 inches. See, now it's apparently not as deep there. am getting a bite. Might need to adjust my leader again. Let's reel it in a little bit more. Hold on. Let me try adjusting that leader. Yeah, it was 80 back then. Apparently, can't go with 80 anymore. No, it is really shallow there now. But I keep getting bites. Wow. Kind of interested to see what this is. Decent bluegill. Now let me try coming down a little bit. No, it is not. Let me try reeling in a little bit. Maybe it'll shallow up there. No? Definitely they have changed the depth. It's just sitting on the bottom, which is actually kind of where you want it. There it goes again. Seems to me like it's the bluegill that are going for that. Well, they have definitely changed my old fishing spot. This is probably the first one that I've seen where they've completely altered it. Yeah, that was where it used to be. Wait a minute, let me look at something here. Yeah, see, that's a shallow spot here. Yeah, I didn't have to throw it out that far. Well, let's go over here to that deep hole. Apparently this is the new hot spot for them. Now I have a marker put out here. Should be at the hole. Yep. And let me see if there's... I'm going to go ahead and put my rod there so I can use it if I choose to. I am going to put this at 80. I think I'm going to upsize the hook. Make it a 1. Otherwise we might just keep catching bluegill. Okay, now that's deep enough. Now we can put that down and use the other rod while it's sitting there. I think I'm going to switch to a nano spinner here. See if anything goes for that. Okay, there we go. We've got a bite. And it is a trophy white crappie. Not one of those guys at all. And apparently I've left the bells off there. Yep. So the crappie go for semolina balls too. Like I said, I'm kind of wondering if maybe they don't bite more at night. It seems like most of the time I've seen them caught has been during a night peak or evening peak. Let me see if there is one. Doesn't cost anything to fast forward time here, I don't think. It might. Okay. The next day it's a rainy day, but there's a peak at the end of the day. Might be worthwhile trying. And we can't go that far. We can go to the evening, though. See if night fishing does a little better. If not, we can always forward time to the evening peak. Try our night casting spoon. Hey, check it out. Works like a charm. Grass pickerel went for it. Wow. This thing works really good at nighttime. I wonder if it's another grass pickerel or if it's a... No, spotted bass. So it works for both of them. Cool. Keep that in mind. So far I'm not getting any action off of this thing again. It's starting to concern me. bump this down to a 2. They might have smaller mouths. I think I am going to go to the next peak. Didn't cost us anything, so it's not like it's going to hurt anything. Let's see if they bite better in the evening on a peak. We'll try these to start off with, and then we'll go to bloodworms. There we go. Come on. Okay, what do we got? Golden Shiner. And I'm starting to wonder about these guys. Used to catch these easily. Okay, I'm going to try bloodworms for a second here. See if we have any luck with those. Okay, finally. There we go. I don't think it's what we're after, though. Nope. Another golden shiner. Yeah, they're a lot more elusive than they used to be. It used to be you could really grind these guys and get the XC, the XP and the cash, but I guess they got onto that. Made it a little tougher. Now, if I had peas, I'd be able to pull them out easily, but that's the thing. Once as soon as you, not even sure when you can get peas. I think it's several levels from now. I'm not 100% certain, but it's a while. I used to be able to nab these guys easily. And for this lake, the bite rates are pretty good for the spotted bass and the grass pickerel. Heck, I think I've only caught one of these guys since I've been starting out here. And it took a long time to catch that one. But I was very pleased to see that one lure worked very well at night. So if you're going to be grinding these fish, that is the way to go, because you can go well into the night and it doesn't matter where you fish. Okay, finally. Decent size. Another white crappie. That's what we seem to be picking up more than anything else. Alright, at least we're getting a little more action now. A red ear. That's nice. Yeah, I knew they were here. Might try fishing for them if we don't get this guy here soon, because their XP's not too bad. If we can get a couple of trophies. And we've got a secret weapon for those guys. In fact, let's go ahead and give that a try. Let me show you what we're going to use here. You can keep the same size hook, but we're going to use this bait here, crawfish cut. And it's too heavy for that bobber, so we can change that. The only thing that's going to go for that is going to be the red ear. Nothing else will go for that. Maybe the spotted bass, but this deep, probably not. We should get the attention of possibly a trophy red ear. Alright, we finally got something going for it, and it seems substantial. Let's see. Oh, spotted bass. Yeah, I told you that was a possibility. So the red-eared sunfish are here. They just don't seem to be as much as over the spot on this location. This is where I caught the trophies before. And you can bottom fish for these, so we're just going to do some flow fishing for them here. But pretty much right along these lily pads, just past them. I don't know if it's going to be 80 inches, so it may not. Yeah, it's not 80 inches, so we're going to have to shorten that length a little bit. Take it to 60. Yep, that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and put that down here, and let's try tossing it right here, in between the two of them. And I'm going to get this back out. See if we can't get something from in between these lily pads. And this low light. Yep. Yeah, the grass pickle will really go for this. Man. Like one right after another here. Oh, I got a snag. And I got a little prize with it. What did I get? It's pondweed. Alright, not much is happening with this. I'm going to move it to the other side. I know they're here. Let's try to just be on the lilies. And yet another one. Did not know that this one was going to be so good for grass pickerel. And it doesn't seem to matter what presentation you give. Caught him with twitching, and the rest was stop and go. Oh, we got something. We finally got something off this one. Took him a while. See if it's a red ear. Yes, it is. Regular size. Looks like I got closer to the end of the peak before they started to bite. Just really got to keep an eye on it. Now these nano spinners are working real well with all kinds of stuff over here. Slow retrieve. My trouble is the snags. There we go, something else big. Okay, I don't think this is a trophy crappie. Even the spotted bass go for it. Alright, not sure what this is. Grass pickerel. Probably another grass pickle, or I don't know, maybe a panfish this time. Bluegill, yep. Ooh, we got a bite. And this one has some weight to it. This could be our trophy. No, it's a spotted bass. Oh, shoot. Creep. There we go. Another white crappie. Oh, wow. Whatever that was, hit it as it was dropping. And we got one on the other one now. Let's see what we got here on this one. I think we've got us a red ear. Yep, but regular size. And the sun has gone down, which means they're not going to be biting nearly as much. Not even sure what the peak is. Let me see, where is it? Well, peak is in the... Oh wow, it's dark. What I call serious dark. Yeah, without some kind of light source, we're not going to be able to see much. Yeah, I'm afraid it's just too dark. Now I can fish with this, but I'm not going to be able to tell very well if I've got a bite. Well, maybe I can. It'll move. Oh, and it is. Now the red ear are biting. They're just biting at night. It's kind of weird. I have to remember that. At least the bobber glows in the dark. And this works like a charm at night. Grass pickerel. I wasn't sure if that bobber was moving, but it's not. Here we go. Something good size. Yeah, after this, guys, we're going to have to quit because we will have a full fish net. Another spotted bass, and we have maxed out our fish carrying capacity. So, we now have to fast forward to the next day. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Alright, what are we up to now? 6,829. That is enough to get us to Rocky Lake. I wish we could have gotten the smallmouth buffalo, but we did get quite a few things. Had some surprises. Not too bad. They definitely have nerfed down the smallmouth buffalo catch rate compared to what it used to be. It used to be so much easier to catch them. Not so much anymore. Alright, let's get this in. I am going to go ahead and take that marker back. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. We will be back with another episode, and that will be at Rocky Lake. We will move on now that we've gotten enough cash to work with. So anyway guys, as I always say, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.